Good evening. I'm Sergeant Tom Letras with the Stanislaus County Sheriff's Department, and this is your daily update for Monday, May 4th, 2020. So today I want to start a little bit about numbers. Let's talk about that, our positive numbers. So early on in this, as we would release our positive numbers, we would mention that we know that there are more than that many positive people in Stanislaus County. Those were just the people who tested positive. So as you may have noticed over the past 7 to 10 days, we've had an increase in the number of positive tests. And this is due to several reasons. One of them primarily is the availability now of more testing. We've had more people having access to tests, as well as people who have a high probability, because some of these people have to have certain symptoms just to be tested. You know, you've also may have heard about the Turlock nursing home, where there was a large-scale outbreak, which that raised our numbers. So we're not super surprised that our numbers have went up. That's just based on the testing here. Now today, the governor, many of you may heard, released some information, and one of the things they talked about in the governor's press conference today was contact tracing, and that's something that we continue to do here in Stanislaus County. Now, as we start talking about looking into the next phases of reopening the county, one of the things I want to remind you all is that we still have to do it safely. During some of our contact tracing, we were made aware of a large private gathering where several people were exposed to COVID-19. That resulted in a large number of people being quarantined. There were, at our best estimation, approximately 50 people at this gathering. So several of them had to be quarantined, as well as having several positive tests come from this gathering. So we still want to encourage you to avoid large gatherings, avoid getting together with people outside of your homes. You know, we understand you still need to go out and go to the stores and be safe, be careful, wash your hands, take all the precautions, use social distancing, but let's avoid any of these gatherings. Now also today, when the governor talked about our reopening in phases, that brought forth a lot of questions from you asking, where does Stanislaus County stand? So one of the things I want to tell you is Dr. V, as well as our COVID-19 response team, had already been working throughout the weekend to work on some plans for this coming week. We're looking at what businesses we can reopen, how we can reopen them safely. So I want you to tune into tomorrow's Board of Supervisors meeting, where there's going to be some additional information that's released tomorrow. In addition, we will be updating throughout the day and giving you an idea of where Stanislaus County stands in our phases and progression. So please stay tuned for that. Now, Wednesday night, our Q&A period, very important. We're going to have Dr. V, we're going to have Sheriff Dirksey, and we are going to have Supervisor Kristen Olson here. And I think there's going to be a lot of questions that come up over the next couple of days. So we want to encourage you to tune in. We will answer as many as we can leading up to, but you can begin sending in questions that you may have now. You can post them on this thread. You can, of course, always email us your questions, as well as continue to post them on our threads. We pay attention to those very much. So thank you for tuning in tonight, and we will see you again tomorrow.